And joining me now here in the Canberra studio, the Finance Minister, Mathias Cormann. Minister, thanks very much for your time. The polls show that the coalition, very much the favourite, isn't it? 51-49 according to the Galaxy. All the major newspapers are endorsing a vote for Malcolm Turnbull as well.
Well, what the polls show is that this election will be very close and that every single vote matters. We are certainly not taking anything for granted, and our message to the Australian people is that if you want a continuation of a stable government, delivering our plan for jobs and growth, ensuring that our economy continues to successfully transition to a stronger, more diversified economy, then support your Liberal National Party candidates in the House of Representatives and in the Senate.
Are you worried about this vote for the minor parties and others up around, well, nearly 1 in 3 voters look like they're going to vote for the Greens, Xenophon or an independent?
Any vote for an independent, any vote for the Greens is effectively a vote for a chaotic, dysfunctional, Bill Shorten-led Labor Green independent government. So only a vote for a Liberal National Party candidate in the House of Representatives and in the Senate will help secure a continuation of stable government.
Is that what you and the strategists in the party are worried about? Because it leads to a lot of unpredictability tomorrow, particularly in South Australia, but more broadly as well, in a number of seats.
Well, as I say, we're not taking anything for granted, and we're just wanting to make sure that all Australians clearly understand the choice in this election. And it is a choice between a continuation of a stable Turnbull government or the chaos and dysfunction that would come with a Bill Shorten-led Labor, a Green Independent alliance that would give us bigger deficits, higher taxes, weaker growth, fewer jobs, and of course weaker borders. And that is what Australia needs right now.
The longer campaign, there's been a lot of talk about the 2-month campaign. Has it worked to the advantage of the Prime Minister that he started off a bit slower and has improved over time? Is that how you see it?
Well, we had a longer opportunity to explain the importance of our plan for jobs and growth, and clearly Bill Shorten wasn't able to withstand the scrutiny once he had to explain himself over an 8-week period, because what we found out right towards the end of the 8-week period is that Labor would push up the size of the deficit by $16.5 billion, which would threaten our AAA credit rating, according to respected economists, that he would increase taxes by more than $100 billion, which would be bad for investment, bad for the economy, bad for jobs. And so, obviously, it's been good.
But for the Prime Minister as well, his own performance?
It has been very good for us to have the opportunity to explain, to have that extra time to explain to the Australian people the importance of our national economy.
What's it like in WA at the moment? Because it seems you're battling against the Barnett government in many respects. It's on the nose after 10 years in office. Are you confident you'll be able to hold all of your seats in WA?
Well, the issue for voters in Western Australia are the same as the issues for voters in the rest of Australia, and that is that right now we need to continue to successfully transition our economy. We need to secure that successful transition in our economy. Western Australia in many ways is on the front line of that economy in transition.
But you'd expect a swing away from the government there, some sort of swing?
The election result is a matter for the Australian people, and in Western Australia it's a matter for the West Australian people. But our message is very clear. If you want a continuation of stable government, support your Liberal National Party candidates in the House of Representatives and in the Senate.
You would be comfortable with the Prime Minister putting the tax cuts as the first legislative priority for the new Parliament? That was obviously a message to say, well, this is, if I'm elected, this is what I'm going to do first and foremost.
Well, very much so. Our 10-year enterprise tax plan is a central part of our national economic plan for jobs and growth. I mean, we need to ensure that we attract more investment, that we are as productive and as competitive as possible. And a more competitive company tax rate helps us boost investment, helps us boost productivity, helps us strengthen growth and create more jobs. And over time increase real wages.
Well, is any win a mandate, not just for governing, but a mandate within the party room as well? Do you think that your colleagues will see any sort of win as a strengthening of the Turnbull leadership?
This is not about us. This is about the Australian people. This is about which team and which plan would deliver the best possible future for Australia and for the Australian people. And so between now and 6 p.m. on Saturday, we will continue to explain why we believe a vote for the Liberal National Party candidate is so important in this election. But
you're not worried about a schism within the party over issues like same-sex marriage and things like that?
The Turnbull government is a very strong and united team, we are the only team with a clear and comprehensive plan for the economy. Labour only has a plan for higher taxes, more spending, which is unfunded, and weaker growth.
You're a leading conservative in the party. If there is a referendum by the end of the year, will you vote? And it's passed by the people, would you support that in the Parliament?
But it'll be a plebiscite, and I'm on the record as saying that, obviously my personal views are well known, but I'm on the record as saying that I will respect and I will vote consistent with whatever the outcome at the plebiscite.
Minister, a big weekend ahead. Appreciate your time throughout this morning, but obviously throughout the last 8 weeks as well. Thank you.
No worries.